Hudson River 2 years ago. We had classified intelligence that a new type of metal gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses had been out in the cold too long.
Say a prayer for me, Rose, so I can come back.
You will make it back. I'm with you all the way, remember.
Can I ask you something? Are you the Snake?
So what exactly are they demanding?
A person's remains.
The man they called the greatest warrior of the 20th century.
You don't mean Big Boss?
Snake,
Meryl.
is that you? So tell me, Snake, is there anyone you like?
I've never been interested in anyone else's life.
Oh my god. So you are all alone.
Your body is approaching its limit.
How long do I have?
Half a year.
Any family?
No. No, wait. There was a man who said he was my father.
Where is he?
Dead. By my own hand.
What's the story between you and the boss? Do you love her?
No, nothing like that.
Do you hate her?
Does it have to be one or the other? Love or hate?
Between a man and a woman? You bet.
Boss, why are you doing this?
Why? To make the world one again. The foibles of politics can turn friends into enemies just as easily as the wind changes. Yesterday's ally becomes today's opposition.
We're twins linked by cursed genes. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
We're ready to strike back. Just give us that chance, boss. God, I'm already a demon.
I know all about the things you did when you were young. You're still a legend. A hero.
I'm no hero. Never was. Never will be. The meaning of justice can change from one day to the next.
It's me. I'm here to get you out.
Politics are fickle. They change with the times. So long as we remain loyal to our countries, soldiers like us need nothing to believe in. Who are you loyal to?
Why do you fight? What is a country? A soldier. Have you lost sight of these things?
I've been waiting, Snake, for a long time. Waiting for your birth, your growth, and the finality of today.
We have a responsibility to the coming generations, to the world, to keep track of the mistakes we've made as a species.
The sunset. It's beautiful.
I look back on what I've done here so far, and things like training and sense of duty alone won't get you through a mission like this. You need something higher. It has to be pure will. How could you come back to all this? Why keep fighting?
To spread the word, to fight for change. That's what keeps me alive. Looks like we're not gonna have a love scene after all.
I won't scatter your sorrow to the heartless. I will always be with you.
I'll always be with you guys.
And stick with you to the end.
It has to be pure will. This is the intro, guys. Focus. PlayStation 1, guys. PlayStation 1. 1998.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound's squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
The man with the same codename as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
We are going solo, guys. Voila! And this is like the intro of one of the best games ever created. Okay, guys? That's it, full stop. This layout is only for Metal Gear Solid Saga. I work on it for a very long time. There are some cool features about it. It's cool. This is probably doesn't make sense now, but it will. Now, let me adjust the volume because the game might be too loud. Also, can you see the background of this screen? It's changing color, right? You see the color changing? This one was one of the first interactive backgrounds. I am changing the color by moving my stick. Now, this is not just like a simple gameplay, walkthrough, we play and that's it. This is more like we are going to study the game, okay? We're going to study deep. So the new game is what we are aiming for, but not yet. Caption on. Those strong vibration. Weak vibration. This game, you'll see later, uses the dual shock in ways that are behind imagination, even up to date. Okay, this is more than 20 years ago. But still, 25 years ago, I think they celebrated. Okay? Yet, there is some cool feature, an idea behind the uses of vibration that are behind your imagination. Screen brightness, we don't care. Key configuration, we leave it as it is. And now we go with the briefing. Why the briefing? Because the briefing is important to understand some details along the way. This story is not easy to understand. I totally didn't get it yet. There is so much into it that it's really hard to get all the details about it. That's what it makes it also cool. We'll try step by step. I pretend that I start from no knowledge, so that helped me to understand even more. And we can discuss about what's happening real time. Now, every time the intro restart, but I'm gonna skip it. And then we watch the brief before we start the game. Focus. They're videotape, like camera, okay? And I can change the camera angle sometimes. They're interactive.
It's been a long time, Snake.
I should have known you were behind this, Colonel.
That's no way to greet an old war buddy, Snake.
What do you want from me?
I just invited you here so we could have a talk.
Let me know if audio and graphic is good.
Sending armed soldiers after me?
Sorry if they were a little rough with you. But we've got a serious situation here. Only you can get us out of it.
I'm retired from Foxhound. You're not my commander anymore, and I don't have to take orders from you or anyone else.
You will take these orders. I know it.
Excuse me.
Who's this?
Dr. Naomi Hunter. She's chief of Foxhound's medical staff and an expert in gene therapy.
Are you military?
No, civilian. I've been sent here from ATGC. Pleasure to meet you, Snake. Don't worry, this injection won't hurt a bit.
What's the shot for?
What's wrong? You don't like shots?
Snake, listen up. It all went down 5 hours ago. Heavily armed soldiers occupied Shadow Moses Island, a remote island off the coast of Alaska.
What soldiers?
Next generation special forces, led by members of Unit Foxhound. They've presented Washington with a single demand, and they say that if it isn't met, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
A nuclear weapon?
I'm afraid so. You see, the island is the site of a secret nuclear weapons disposal facility.
Foxhound hijacking a nuclear weapon?
Now you understand how serious the situation is. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, and the president of ArmsTech, Kenneth Baker. They're both being held as hostages.
Those are some heavy-duty hostages.
Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to launch a nuclear strike, and stop them if they do. Any questions, Snake?
Questions? I haven't even said whether I'd accept this mission.
Well, you can make up your mind after you hear more about the situation.
This one was the first tape that we get to watch. Now, this one gives us a little bit of a background of what's happening, what we have to do. We have two missions. It has something to do with the nuclear weapons, and we got a shot injection. We got a little bit of a brief. Now, if we want, we can decide to go into more details. Okay. Infiltration method. Let's have a look. Popcorn. We need a lot of popcorn today, guys. This is how, okay, listen, you have always to remember, this one was 25 years ago. Actually. '23, 25, let's say like that, okay? There was no game like that ever, okay, with so many details. There was nothing like that. Infiltration method. Let's hear about it.
Tell me about the nuclear weapon disposal facility.
The disposal facility includes a hardened underground base. Even with our most advanced intelligence gathering equipment, we can't tell what's happening inside.
So someone needs to penetrate, gather intelligence, and report back. Sounds like a spy movie. What's the insertion method?
Well, an air insertion is impossible.
Not with this storm going on.
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
Approach?
Yes, within a few miles of it. The facility is equipped with sonar detection capabilities. They'd be able to hear our engine or propeller noise.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV.
Launch?
Same as a torpedo, only this has no propulsion device of its own. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
You want me to swim in sub-zero Alaskan water?
Don't worry. That suit represents the latest advances in polythermal technology. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
They are creating a nice contest now with those videos. To make you feel like really into it.
24 hours. They say they'll launch after 24 hours.
Do they say what the target will be?
So far, they haven't mentioned the target.
When did the countdown start?
5 hours ago.
And you have to think that every single line was written, recorded, subtitles, and voices and everything. So much work. Now, I don't know if we are going into all of them because there's quite a lot. Maybe we can do a some now, and then we can catch up with some on the next live. Now, I think it's important to know this one.
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuclear missile?
They say they do.
Camera
They
free.
even gave us the
Camera
serial
change.
number of the warhead they plan to use.
I can
Was
move
the
the
number
camera.
confirmed?
I'm afraid so. At the very least, they've got their hands on a real nuclear warhead.
Isn't there some kind of safety device to prevent...
Oops. Press eject. Sorry.
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuclear missile?
They say they do. They even gave us the serial number of the warhead they plan to use.
Was the number confirmed?
I'm afraid so. At the very least, they've got their hands on a real nuclear warhead.
Isn't there some kind of safety device to prevent this type of terrorism?
Yes. Every missile and warhead in our arsenal is equipped with a PAL, which uses a discrete detonation code.
PAL?
Permissive Action Link. The safety control system built into all nuclear weapons systems. But even so, we can't rest easy.
Why not?
Because the DARPA chief knows the detonation code.
But even if they have a nuclear warhead, it must have been removed from its missile. All the missiles on these disposal sites are supposed to be dismantled. It's not that easy to get your hands on an ICBM.
That used to be true. But since the end of the Cold War, you can get anything if you have enough money and the right connections.
This one is also important. What the terrorist wants.
So what exactly are they demanding?
A person's remains.
Remains?
That's right. To be more accurate, cell specimens which contain the individual's genomic information.
Cell specimens? Why would they want that?
The terrorists need them. You see, these next-generation special forces have been strengthened through gene therapy.
Strengthened?
You've heard of the Human Genome Project. They've been mapping the human genome, and they're nearly finished. Following up on this research, the military has been working towards identifying those genes which are responsible for making effective soldiers.
There are genes that do that?
Yes. And using gene therapy, they're able to transplant those genes into regular soldiers.
Gene therapy?
I'll explain this part. With gene therapy, we can remove those genes which we know may lead to sickness or disease, and at the same time splice in genes with beneficial effects, such as resistance to cancer, for example.
In other words, we can overcome all sorts of genetic diseases, and at the same time add genetic characteristics as desired.
Okay. And so if you knew what genes were responsible for making the perfect soldier, you could implant them in the same way, right?
Yes, we could.
But it all depends on being able to isolate and identify those soldier genes.
And in order to do that, it's helpful if you can study the genomic information of one of the greatest soldiers ever.
Who is it? Who person remains they want? Hiking boy.
One of the greatest soldiers ever?
The man they call the greatest warrior of the 20th century.
You don't mean Big Boss.
Big Boss.
We've been working feverishly to identify the genes responsible for his incredible combat skill. So far, we've discovered about 60 of the so-called soldier genes.
So his body was recovered after all.
Yes, and his cells have remained frozen in a cryo chamber. His genomic information is a priceless treasure to mankind.
Priceless to the military, perhaps.
His body was burned severely, but it was possible to restore his DNA profile from just a single strand of his hair.
You people are amazing. And then you're gonna transplant those genes into soldiers?
Yes. We'll use a process that I discovered called gene targeting. The strongest soldiers don't become what they are by acquiring their skills through training or experience. We now know that hereditary factors are far more crucial for creating superior soldiers.
Snake, we can't give them his body. It's potentially more dangerous than all the nuclear warheads on that island put together.
I hear the terrorists are calling themselves the Sons of Big Boss.
The Sons of Big Boss?
The Big Boss. Okay, I think it's enough with briefing. We're gonna check some more next time, because there's quite a lot. But pretty much we have a clear understanding of what's happening. They want the rest of Big Boss, the greatest soldiers in history, so they can use their cells to make genetic soldiers that are very, very strong. Okay, so 25 years ago, we were already talking about cloning, genetic modification, and all this sort of stuff. And now we start our mission.
Stay alert. He'll be through here. I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
Talking about us? Who is this guy?
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface. But make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
This is what I am. I'm actually coding in a codec. And now we're playing. Always remember, this is 20 plus years ago. And we can actually use the codec as part of our gameplay experience. Because we can call him just for fun. To get information.
Snake, don't forget this is a covert operation.
And a lot of dialogue in here are
only
very, very funny.
If you're spotted, you'll be
A lot of
surrounded
Easter
before
egg.
you know it.
If that happens, you're finished.
First, go to the elevator in the back. Take it up to the ground floor. Then look for the DARPA chief.
Now, we enhanced the graphic thanks to our mod, our emulator. But this game, even without the emulator, was really good. We are infiltrating, and we are trying to sneak. It's almost like a puzzle game. You watch the radar. You make sure nobody watches you. Nobody spots you. and you infiltrate. That's our goal, but the elevator is not here. So what happened?
Snake, there's an elevator there you can take up to the ground. You'll just have to wait for the elevator to come down. You'd better hide somewhere.
Okay, we need to wait the elevator coming down.
You'll just have to wait for the elevator to come
Insist,
down.
nothing
You better hide
happened.
somewhere.
Hello, Borge. So we're gonna hide here. And see how the titles keep coming up in the screen. Translated by Jeremy. Military advisor. Just remember again, once more time, more than 20 years ago. These things was insane. Whew. They spot me! And now you know why you don't have to claim anything now. Okay, well, surprise. That's the sound alert of your SLP bonus. Oh, have a look at this. Can you see my footprints when I came out of the water? Yes, the guards can see them and follow you. And if I make noise over the splashing water, they can hear me. Or I can get their attention by doing this. So he's coming this way, and I have freeway.
What was that noise?
See, what was that noise?
I can see you perfectly clear. I told you, I never quit the hunt. Now you're mine.
See how we are playing now? That guy was stunned. And we have some follower, which new effect. Alright, I just play a little bit to show you some feature. This level, it's one of the most famous level in the gaming history. Okay, it's very like cliche. The first level of Metal Gear Solid. You can play this level, have fun with the guards in many ways. And it's just like an intro, okay? The mechanic. How do we avoid this situation? Just like that.
What was that noise?
If I don't press it again, it's gonna get free. So when I press square, I'm gonna grab him. And I have to hold the button, otherwise he's gonna get free. And if I keep pressing, I can kill him. Remember that this game, we should try to avoid killing. But I wanted to show you how many possibilities you have. Now it's time to get on the elevator. And enjoy.
Hello, welcome.
Metal Gear Solid. What an intro. What an intro.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
That took a long time. I guess you're feeling a little rusty.
Don't worry. It's been a while, but it's all coming back to me.
It's all coming back.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy. I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
So apparently we got an injection that help us to stay
Behind D.
hot, stay warm, not to froze.
What's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's
And
your
they have
best
some
chance to
Russian
get unnoticed.
equipment. Why American would have Russian equipment? D, and now you got a lot of things that are happening in this Twitch channel start to make sense.
There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly a hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake.
A new
It's an
member
honor to
of the
speak
team.
to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
Cute.
You're just flattering me.
He's
No,
like
I'm
a little
serious.
daddy chill.
Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the
Make
disposal
sure
site
that-
and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
Oh,
hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
Okay, this is something I have to show you after about the cigarettes. Why would your game
if you want to get
put
in,
cigarettes?
There's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
Pineapples. That's grenade. I'm not playing, this is pre-render.
What about the air duct near the door? There should also be a duct on the second floor.
In this level, we have two ways of passing. We can either enter on the bottom or on the top.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
They're counting on us. Well, our adventure begins officially. And this heliporter is also another of the iconic level on gaming. Okay, smoking is hazard to your health. This game does not sponsor smoking. So if you start smoking, your health decreases. As you can see, we can see a little cigarette in our mouth. And the health decreasing. And you might ask yourself, why would you let you smoke? And we will find out about that later. Footstep in the snow. PlayStation 1 game 20 years ago. I will never stop repeating that. And now we play with this soldier. Or at least we try. See, he's sneezing.
Huh? Whose footprints are these?
He saw the footprint. And look, he walked, and after a few steps, he's turning around to see if somebody is behind him. Obviously, this is like a very basic AI, because he's very stupid. He will keep going around in circle.
Huh? What was that noise? Huh? Whose footprints are these?
And this is what makes the game fun as well.
What was that noise?
We're gonna drive him crazy like an idiot.
Whose footprints are these?
And then let's try to disappear. Let's see if he's gonna keep following us. It's incredible. There is a way to stop him. Which is by doing this.
Huh? Whose footprints are these?
But then he saw my footprints again. Anyway, you get the idea. You already have it. Now, here we have lights if we step on those lights, we get caught. So we need to move quite fast, like that. And also, I want to try to get that item. What item is that? We don't know. Can we find out? If I remember how to zoom. I'm pretty sure there was a way to read what was written on the box so that it would tell you what was on it. Anyway, I know what is in there. It's a chaff grenade. And we're gonna get it because I'll show you what it does. Hi, Mike. We got our chaff grenade. Disable electronics. Press square to pull, pin, and release to throw. So this is our first sort of weapon. And it's not really a weapon, it disables electronic.
A surveillance camera?
Okay. Now, we can disable electronics with chaff grenades. So if I throw one chaff grenade, that camera will be disabled. But I want to show you how we can do it by being into their blind spot. We are in the blind spot of the camera. Hey, anxiety. AXNG. I mean, this is also like a cool way to do it. Now that guy is sleeping. He's clearly sleeping. And that's our way in. Saga. This is a semi-automatic pistol. This is the first real weapon. We have also a stun grenade, which disable all enemies. Now we are prepared. Now I'll show you how it works with the gun. If I hold square, I'm gonna aim. And I have a laser. If I release square, I'm gonna shoot. If I hold X, I can move. It's very difficult to kill people like that. The aiming system back then, you know, you didn't really have a real aiming and shooting system. But it works. Also, this is what we can do. Underneath, the radar doesn't work, to create some sort of suspense. So we need to be careful. There is another camera, and we know if we sneak here, we should be able to go. And I can see a guard up there. Slowly, slowly. We're gonna wait for him to come back and we're gonna sneak behind him. We wanna try to avoid as many possible by like killing. We wanna try to avoid killing at all. This is an infiltration mission. Yes, I think they can see you through the glass. Ooh, look. Now we receive a call just to inform that this is the...
base must have some kind of ventilation system to recirculate the air. There should be air ducts around there somewhere. They must need a lot of power to run the base. There's probably a diesel generator somewhere. And since generating electricity requires oxygen, there must be exhaust openings for that too. You're not gonna believe this, but they shot down the F-16s we were using as a diversion with a Hind D. Then we got a message from Liquid. He said if we try something like that again, he'll launch the nuke. Snake, hurry up and get in there. That Hind will be coming back soon.
See, just to let you know that there is a ventilation system, the whole explanation behind it. Plus, Liquid destroyed our what was it? The plane? Yeah, some sort of aircraft. The mission is to stop a nuclear potential attack and to save 2 presidents of a company, the DARPA chief. And now we can infiltrate inside the facility. Daddy Chill, thanks for the reminder.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
And we have a new team member out of the blue. So we're gonna just try to follow him and see what happens.
Snake, you've got to think. Your mind is your most dangerous weapon. If things are getting too complicated, try to simplify your thoughts. You can also try calling Campbell for advice.
Not very helpful. Let's try again.
Soldiers that have been forged in the fires of battle are used to catching naps whenever and wherever they can. There's a big difference between real soldiers and those kids who have only been trained in VR simulators. After playing for a long time, you should get some rest too.
And this comment is one of the many situations where Kojima breaks the wall between the game and us. The game is telling us literally to take some rest here and there. And I'm just really talking about resting from playing. the game is talking to us, basically. We can have a sneak peek of what's happening inside. I can see a soldier down there. Don't you feel the mood? How great is the mood of this game? And there are rumors that a PS5 version of this game might be happening.
The dark chief to the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell? Did something happen?
There's an intruder.
Really?
He's already done 3 people.
He's killed 3 people?
Yeah. Say he's using stealth, too.
Stealth? There's an intruder besides me?
Anyway, I want you to increase the security detail on the chief.
Also, this cutscene about the intruder, it won't play if you did not kill anyone. We killed one guy at the beginning, so we triggered this little extra cutscene. But the guy said that we killed 3 people, so from that we understand that we are not alone. Apparently there is somebody else. And there is a woman in a cell. An item over there. Are you guys liking it so far? Ration we don't need, but we could actually use this one and get that one.
Press the action button to drop down.
Okay, bye, Deuce. Oh, if you go close, you see what is inside. Yeah, it doesn't work with the binocular though. Getting down. Now there is another cool aspect in here. The floor makes noise.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
Chaff grenade. So to avoid noise, we could like crawl like that, but it's too slow. So we have to be very careful, because also it's hard to see in front of us with this view. We have to pay attention to the radar. Now there is a camera there. Probably there is an item in the corner. We're gonna check it out. Yes, there is one. We're gonna stay here until the corner is gone. Thermal goggle. What a thermal goggle is, it allows you to see like that. This is what a thermal goggle is. It's not used at the moment, but it will later. So Once again, if I crawl like a snake, I make no noise. But I'm very slow. That door is closed. I need a key, level 1 key. Keep going. All right. Enemy over here too. And the elevator is right there. That is the second entry where we could have come if we enter from the other ventilation system, the one where there was wow, very dangerous. They almost spot me. See, now it's hard because we don't have the radar. The radar is cut out. We kind of don't know when to get out. We can hear the step. Let's watch them. I love stealth game. I really love them. When I call the lift, we can wait, or if I'm in rush, I press again and the lift comes. That's another little cool trick. B1. Basement 1.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
If I look at the radar, yes, there is a green dot, which is after this wall. And another cool thing is that if I press, we have a camera angle revealing. It's not listening to me though. Level 6 door. Corridor. Level 1 door. And checking from the radar, we can see some sort of tunnel right there. It's closed, but we saw something. Edwin, better late than never. We're back into this.
Oh, kinda damn cold. I hate Alaska.
This guy catch a cold.
It's built all right.
And he's commenting about a woman. And I don't know if you noted, there was a crazy details on the ground over there. We got some bullet. I really want you to get attached to the story, to the character of this game, because we're gonna have a lot of crazy things happening.
Is that a woman?
Who's that? Okay. We are about to enter.
Snake, the DARPA chief's signal is coming from somewhere in that area. Isn't there some place to drop down? Take a look around in first-person view mode.
We're about to enter his cell, so I really need you to focus now. Yes, there was a woman, Daddy.
Who's that?
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true. You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information. Okay? We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Bang.
Metal Gear. It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between ArmsTech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data and then proceed to mass production. If it hadn't been for the revolution.
Revolution?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
Metal Gear Rex. The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping weapons.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
Shut up in there, will ya? Go away.
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course, there is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes. Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker? The president of ArmsTech?
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password...
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by ArmsTech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes. You can stop the launch.
That card key.
So where are the keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement?
I heard the guards say they moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes. They suspected over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to make them. Why? Take this. It's my idea. It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a pan card.
At least the song
it works
is
together with
team.
your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium.
After the cutscene.
As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
Hey, what happened?
Just like that.
Dead.
Naomi, the chief. What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but...
A heart attack? No.
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security level red. You need the highest security clearance to get access to the complete file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
What's happening outside? Did she get free? Look at this detail. Little bugs. And narration. Okay, I need to give the points to Raccoon before I forgot. You're right here. 50. Well done, Ren. And keep going.
Don't move! So you killed the chief, you bastard! Liquid? No, you're not. Don't move!
Is
shaking.
this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking. Can you shoot me, rookie?
Careful. I'm no rookie.
Liar. That nervous glance, that scared look in your eyes. They're rookie's eyes if I ever saw them. You've never shot a person, am I right?
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie!
You're not one of them, are you?
Open that door. You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of here.
Looks like we'll be a little delayed.
And the first action.
Don't think, shoot! What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
Shoot.
I'm telling you, shoot!
And there is a guy at the back in the background, naked. But she stole his clothes.
Thanks for the help.
Wait!
And now we know she's a woman.
Who are you?
You fool! You've killed him! I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was very strong. I could not dive into his mind.
Now we'll never get that detonation code.
Boss, I have a good idea.
What is happening? What is happening? Oh.
Good girl. Just like that.
Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination. Is it from the nanomachines?
No, Snake. The nanomachines are functioning properly.
So what was it?
It must have been psychometric interference coming from Psycho Mantis, Foxhound's psychic. Think of it as a mental feedback loop.
So that was Mantis.
That was Mantis, guy. Now we have key number 1. We have to keep it equipped to open the door. And this guy is naked. Poor guy. But it's not dead, see? When you have those 3 little dots in your head, it means that they knock you out. Now collect some bullet, reload, and we have to go level B2 now, because we've been told that they move the DARPA chief down to level B2. This is where I want to end this session. We go to find him and then we cut it there. There are so many details, so many things I would like to tell you now. that make sense. No sense now, that they will make sense later. So that guy told us, they brought him here. There are some walls with a different color because they've been repainted. This wall looks like a different color to me. Hear that? Hear that? See? And there is another one there. Exactly. Those walls are the walls that we need to break down. The game is gonna give us the tools to do that. This is an armory, so we'll find a lot of weapon in here. Some doors are closed, that's fine. No smoking in here. C4. This is the weapon we need for that particular thing. This is level 5, so it's close. This is level 3, so it's close. And now I want to show you what's behind those walls. I plug that one there. And I load it. We have more C4. And we do the same with this one. Stun and chop, we never use them, so fine. When I first played this level, I asked myself a question. I wonder if you are asking yourself the same question. I'll give you a couple of seconds to think about it. Any question about that level? There is another door over there. We don't have the radar here, so we need to watch what happened. The wall was made because they wanted to hide the DARPA chief in a safer way, but they couldn't paint them. Ooh. There it is. It looks like it's a trap. But the question I had in mind back then, it's a different one. Keep thinking, guys. Maybe you'll find it.
Am I too late? He's alive. You're the Arms Tech president, Kenneth Baker, right? Don't worry. I'm here to save you.
No, don't touch it!
C4.
Right. Touch that wire, and the C4 will blow up along with the old man. So you're the one that the boss keeps talking about.
And you?
Special Operations Foxhound. Revolver Ocelot. I've been waiting for you, Solid Snake. Now we'll see if the man can live up to the legend. This is the greatest handgun ever made. The Colt's Single Action Army. 6 bullets, more than enough to kill anything that moves. Now I'll show you why they call me Revolver.
And we have our first
draw
boss fight.
Draw! Hiding won't help you. I understand the bullets you see. I make them go where I want.
This bullet bounce. And we need to be careful not to hit the cables. And we need to wait until he's reloading. Now.
I love to reload during a battle. There's nothing like the feeling of slamming a long sword. To settle this.
Oh no, I'm out of bullets. Those one are dangerous to get if I touch the thing.
I love the smell of Florida. You know, that sultry smell. But to you, it'll be the smell of your own death.
Bang.
You're pretty good.
You're
Just
pretty
what I'd
good.
expect from the man with the same code as the boss. It's been a long time since I had such a good fight, but I'm just getting warmed up. What? My hand! Stealth camouflage. Can't you even die right? You were lucky. We'll meet again! Who are you? I like you. I have no name. That exoskeleton.
Ninja.
Who the hell?
Who the hell?
Can you talk?
Who are you?
I'm not one of them. The DARPA chief told me he gave them his detonation code. What about yours?
Oh,
Oh, I get it. Jim sent you. You're from the Pentagon.
Answer my question. What about your code? There's no time.
Talked.
What? Now the terrorists have both codes and can launch any time.
It's not like I didn't fight. I managed to resist Psycho Mantis's mind probe.
He couldn't read you? How'd you do it?
Surgical implants in my brain.
Surgical implants?
Kind of like a psychic insulation. Everyone who knows these top secret codes has it.
Even the DARPA chief?
Of course.
But the DARPA chief said Mantis got his code by reading his mind.
Are you sure you heard him right?
Yeah, I'm sure. In that case, how did they get your code?
I never had any training on how to resist torture.
It looks like he had some fun with you, all right.
Oh, he's not human. I tell you, he loved every second of it.
What happened to your arm?
He broke it.
Looks like you're more than even now. His was sliced off.
Ha, you're a funny man. So the DARPA chief, is he okay?
Dead.
What? Can't be. No, that's not what you promised, Jim. Now you want to shut me up?
Calm down. What's wrong with you? I just told you I was here to save you. I didn't kill the DARPA chief. He had a heart attack or something.
A heart attack? Oh, don't be a fool.
Anyway, the terrorists have both codes now.
Those boys are totally insane. They wouldn't hesitate to launch.
I agree, but what do they really want?
Oh, who knows? Maybe they're like us in the arms industry, always looking forward to the next good war.
Well, I'm not gonna let these maniacs start a war today. You still have the card keys?
Card keys?
To override the detonation code. I heard you had them.
No, not anymore.
What? Who does then? Not the terrorists?
No, that woman.
Woman? Who?
A soldier that was thrown in prison along with me.
A female soldier, it must be.
She said she had just joined up as a new recruit. They threw her in prison because she refused to take part in the rebellion.
A new recruit? Could that be the Colonel's niece?
I gave her the key. Looks like she managed to break out of here, though. I hope she's okay.
I'm sure she is. She's green, but as tough as they come. But how did you know she escaped?
I was in contact with her by codec. Until I was tied up here, that is.
Codec?
Yes, she stole it from the guard. If she still has it, you should be able to contact
Focus
her.
now, this is incredible.
I'm sure she still
gonna
has
show
it.
you something.
What frequency was she at?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, it's... Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Damn!
Oh, that's right. It should be on the back of the CD case. Try to contact her.
I'll contact her right away. But tell me,
It's
if this
on the
doesn't
back
work,
of
is
the
there some other
CD
way to
case.
prevent the missile launch?
I'll show you what it is. Welcome, Nico. This is the Metal Gear Saga,
Find
starting
Hal
from
Emmerich,
episode
one of my
1.
employees.
Who's that?
The team leader of the Metal Gear Rex project. A genius at engineering, but a little bit of an oddball. If there's anyone who can figure out how to stop Metal Gear from launching, it's him.
What if he can't come up with anything?
You'll have to destroy it. Emmerich knows how to destroy Metal Gear.
Where is this Emmerich?
Well, he's probably being held somewhere in the nuclear warhead storage building. It's north from here. That's where he worked.
I understand, but why Metal Gear? The nuclear age ended with the turn of the millennium.
Oh, you're wrong. The threat of nuclear war isn't gone. In fact, it's greater than it's ever been.
Sierra-kun, take care.
The amount of spent nuclear fuel and plutonium is increasing even today. Listen, have you ever seen a warehouse full of nuclear material?
No.
Drums and drums of nuclear waste stacked this high, as far as you can see. Because there's still no real way to dispose of the stuff.
So they just close the lid and try to pretend like it'll go away?
Essentially, yes. And they're not even doing a good job of storing it. Many of the drums are corroded, with nuclear waste seeping out of them.
Unbelievable.
Not only that, but several pounds of MUF are reported every year.
MUF?
It stands for material unaccounted for. It proves that there's a large and well-organized black market in nuclear materials. Furthermore, since the end of the Cold War, Russian nuclear engineers in particular are out of work with no way to turn. In other words, there's plenty of available nuclear material and scientists for making a bomb. We live in an age when any small country can have a nuclear weapons program.
What about the other superpowers?
Russia and China still maintain a significant nuclear presence. Complete nuclear disarmament is an impossibility. To maintain our own policy of deterrence, we need a weapon of overwhelming power.
This topic is one of the main topics of the whole saga. Nuclear deterrence.
Gear.
Yes. You know our industry suffered quite a blow as a result of the cuts in military budgets due to this so-called peace.
I remember hearing a lot about mergers and takeovers among the big weapons makers.
Yes, and after my company lost their bid to produce the Air Force's next line of fighter jet, the Metal Gear system was our last ace in the hole. That's why we pushed to have Metal Gear developed as a black project.
Black project?
Secret projects paid for by the Pentagon's black budget. You can avoid a lot of red tape and get a great lead time on your weapons production. And no one can bother you. Not even those bleeding heart liberals on the Military Oversight Committee.
Bribes.
I prefer to think of it as good business. Anyway, Metal Gear was going to be formally adopted after the results of this exercise were analyzed.
I don't give a crap about you and your company.
Yes, that's about what I'd expect from a grunt like you. Here, this is what you came for, right?
What's that?
An optical disc. It's all here. The main hard drive was destroyed by gunfire. This is the only remaining copy of the data.
What kind of data?
All the data collected from this exercise. Don't play dumb. I know you were sent to get this. I hid it from that sadistic maniac while he was torturing me. They don't know this disc exists. Make sure you report this to Jim. To your boss. I'll give you my card too. It'll open up all security level 2 doors.
Can you walk?
No. No, you go on without me. They got my password. They don't want anything else from me.
I have one more question. Who or what was that ninja thing? It looked like you knew something.
That ninja? That was Foxhound's dark little secret.
Dark little secret?
An experimental genome soldier.
You know him?
You should ask Dr. Naomi Hunter from Foxhound. She knows better than I.
Naomi?
Of course she knows.
You've got to stop them. If it goes public, my company and I are finished.
What? Doesn't Metal Gear use currently existing technology?
Metal Gear itself does, but...
Again?
What did you do to me? Oh, no. Oh, no, it can't be. Those Pentagon bastards. So, they actually went and did it.
What are you talking about?
They're just using you for...
Okay, obviously at this stage something is not... Like, something is off. There is something going on. Both of them died in the same way after meeting up with me.
Colonel, are you listening? Now he's dead too.
I have no idea.
Don't lie to me.
It looked like another heart attack, but...
Some kind of poison?
Well, there are lots of drugs that can cause a heart attack in large doses. For example, potassium chloride or dioxides, but we won't be able to tell without doing an autopsy.
Damn!
Snake, I want you and Meryl to work together.
And he mentioned something like using me...
More than you can trust me.
For what?
Get in contact with her.
Snake,
There is
there's a lot
something
of
shady
electrical interference coming from there. It should be
going
okay
on.
if you do burst transmission like us, but normal transmission is probably impossible. Try moving away from that area.
Snake, get a hold of yourself.
Naomi, what the hell was that ninja thing? A member of Foxhound?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, we have no one like that in our unit.
Is that right?
Snake, I'm counting on
Someone is lying, for sure. The guy said that Naomi would know about it. She said that we don't have anything like that. Someone is clearly lying to us. Who and why? We don't know. We know that this guy here also died. And we know that we need to contact that girl now, because she has the key to deactivate the Metal Gear. And this is another thing super crazy about Kojima and his way to make games. When I first played this game, I played it in Japanese, so I have no idea what they were talking about. But then, because at this stage you're stuck. You don't know how to color if you don't know the language, because he tells you to look behind the CD case. And I show you why. Behind the CD case, there is a picture, you know? Sometimes there is picture behind the case, right? Maybe it's a bit reflective, you can't see properly. But one of the picture, this one where my finger is on, it's a photo of Snake talking to that girl via codec. And you can see the codec frequency right there. This one was another way for Kojima to let the game talk to us, do something. We have to go grab the CD case, check behind, and call this number using our codec. And this was also cool because was preventing pirate games. Because if you don't buy the original game, you don't have the copy, you don't have the CD case. And if you don't have the CD case at this point, you're pretty much stuck. There was another way, which was like trying the frequency one by one. Eventually you'll get it. There is a lot of them. And so that was actually a cool, tricky way for you to stop you playing the game at some point. Now we're back here and there are some enemies, but this is where we will stop for today. We're gonna go back from here next Tuesday. So this is a Tuesday appointment. We are trying to keep it regular. And I have to find out how do we save in this game. Save state. Oh, actually, I show you how do we save in the real game. The real game, to save data, you need to call this person, Mei-Ling, and every time you choose to save,
What is it, Snake?
she is also gonna tell you a little story. And every time is different. So let's do it. We save. We're gonna actually do it the proper way. Save complete.
Snake, remember what the girl said. The graveyards are full of indispensable men. Snake, you're all alone and surrounded by bad guys. Try to be careful and avoid getting into a fight whenever you can.
You're right. Wow, you know all sorts of great quotes, don't you?
Well, both my parents are from Guangdong, China, but I was born and raised in America. I've always liked reading literature from both sides. Kinda keeps me in touch. I'll share some more quotes with you if you like.
She'll say a lot of
Forward to
quotes.
it. But to tell you the truth, I'd like to learn more about you.
Well, I'll think about it.
This is how actually you save the game. Pretty cool. Axie, please, what? What is your question, Cyril Canoy? Pick. Different guard. Ooh. Okay, to get scholarship, you need to join our Discord, check our scholarship program over here, and obviously need to be part of our community, because the main purpose is also to create a community. The scholarship program is on the side for us to have an opportunity to have scholarship and Axis team, but we want to grow as a community, so we want you to be part of the community. If your only purpose is to look for a scholarship, probably you will never get it. But if you stick with us, if you became a member of this community and you play your role, you have fun with us, because we don't play only Axis in here, we do a lot of stuff, you'll surely get it at some point. Now, we started today the Metal Gear Solid Saga. This one was the first episode. We started the game. We're gonna see how it keeps going next Tuesday, and I'll probably see you tomorrow at some point during the day. I'm not sure when, but a quick live where we do our daily quote. And that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thank you very much. And Daddy is always looking for a girlfriend. Well, actually, you already have one. Am I right? Stay cool, guys. Stay cool. I hope you enjoyed it. Many more of these beautiful live, guys. Many more. I'm not gonna forget about the raid. You guys just tell me which one you like to raid, and I'll do it for you. I want even more people next time, okay? I want more people on the Metal Gear Solid stream. If she's live, we'll do it. And let her know that we're doing the Metal Gear Solid Saga. She needs to come here. Oh, she's offline. Never mind. If she's offline, let's suggest another one. Have a good rest of the day, guys.